They don't want you physically dead. That's not how this works. You just defended someone in your head, someone who has made you cry more than once. You didn't even notice you did it. That reflex, that automatic protection, they built that in you on purpose. Because a person who defends you to yourself is a person who will never leave. And that is exactly what they need. Not you happy, not you healthy, just you still there. There are 4 signs a narcissist has decided you need to be destroyed, not physically, but completely. Your confidence, your identity, your future, gone. And the most dangerous part, all 4 look like love while they're happening. Sign 1, they are actively trying to kill your confidence, and they track the progress. Every time you doubt yourself out loud, they remember it. Every time you almost took a risk and didn't, they were there when you talked yourself out of it. They don't push you down once. They just make sure the ground is never stable enough for you to stand up properly. A person with no confidence doesn't leave, doesn't challenge, doesn't threaten. That's not a side effect of who they are. That's the goal. Sign 2 is where it gets darker, because these targets something you can't get back easily. Sign 2, they are killing the old you and making you grateful for it. The version of you before them, they've made that person look like a problem. Too emotional, too naive, too much. So you buried that person. You thought you were growing. But that old version of you, the one they made you ashamed of, that was the one who had standards, the one who knew their worth, the one who would have walked away the first time something felt wrong. They didn't help you grow. They removed the part of you that could survive without them. Sign 3 is the one that hits the deepest because you handed it to them yourself. Sign 3, they turned your own truth into a weapon, and now you're afraid to be honest. You told them your fears, your insecurities, the things that broke you before. You did that because you trusted them. And now, every time you speak up, every time you try to defend yourself, they use what you told them to shut you down. You're just being insecure again. This is exactly what you always do. You said yourself you can't handle this. Your own words, your own pain pointed back at you. So now you stay quiet, because speaking feels more dangerous than silence. A person who can't speak for themselves cannot fight for themselves. That's not an accident, that's the design. And sign 4. Sign 4 is the one that makes all 3 of the others permanent. Sign 4, they cut off everyone who could have saved you, not all at once, slowly, one person at a time. Always with a reason, always your idea, always for your own good. But those people, your friends, your family, the ones who knew you before, they were the only ones who could look at your life and say, something is wrong, this isn't you. Get out. Without them, there is no one left to tell you what they're doing to you. Without witnesses, the person you used to be dies quietly, and no one is there to notice. That is not a coincidence. That is a burial. But here's what they didn't count on. You're watching this, which means the person they were trying to kill is still breathing, still asking questions, still looking for something that feels true, still fighting even if you don't call it that yet. They needed you gone before you understood what was happening. You understood. You don't owe anyone the version of yourself they tried to build from your wreckage. The person they wanted dead, protect that one. That one is the real you. This found you at the right time. Stay. The next video shows you exactly how they chose you in the first place. And once you see that you will never be chosen again,